What it is, homies, Mick Flubberpants all up in this hizzy. Back at you again with another episode of the Art Quest Phase 1 Inktober. This is day 11. The prompt for day 11 was Eagle. And it took me a good while to figure out what I wanted to do for this. I asked my spouse what they thought I should do, and they said I should draw a eagle without legs, and instead of legs it has machine guns. And I thought that was hilarious, and then I also realized that is far outside of what I feel comfortable with drawing at the moment, especially since I just could not find a good reference of an eagle. I just couldn't find a good reference of an eagle where I felt comfortable doing that. And then it's like, oh, what else can I do? Well, I always liked the Eagle Muppet. I always thought he was hilarious, so I decided to draw Freedom Fighter Militia Eagle Muppet. And I just thought that was so funny to me, so that's just what I went with. And I figured out what I wanted to do. I knew exactly where to go with it in my head, so that's just where it took me. I love the Muppets. I used to have the entire original series on DVD. This is when I was a kid. That set I think ended up getting stolen, actually, unfortunately. And I've always loved the Muppets. I like the Eagle. I don't know who my favorite Muppet is, though. I really need to rewatch the original series. God, such a good show. I decided to go with kind of a more cartoonish look, kind of emulating, newspaper comics, I guess. One of the things that I have realized as an artist is that if you're going to draw something, even if you're doing it in a cartoonish style, if it's something mechanical, it really does help to add a reference if you're wanting to be very specific about either the message that you're trying to send or whatever thing you're doing. And so I had an image of an AR-15 pulled up. I don't know which AR-15. Don't ask me which. I didn't care. I just wanted an AR-15 with a scope, because that's just what I see in my head when I think of right-wing militia, and that's what I decided to draw. And I decided to draw a big American flag in the background and a grass mound for whatever reason, and I played around with adding the stars now. I was like, you know what, no, I won't add the stars now, I'll add that in coloring. So I went ahead and started coloring. Again, I made sure that the flag was accurate in terms of the placement of the stripes, not so much the placement of the stars, but hey, I was slightly accurate, and I decided to use the old classic lasso tool and paint bucket method for coloring. The problem is that I was very tired when I was doing this one, as again, I fell behind on a bunch of these, and I did a bunch of them in a row. And I think this was one of the ones that I was doing late at night, and I was very tired, and I kept on coloring to the wrong layers, and eventually I was just like, you know what, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna finish this drawing. I'm not gonna do any shading or anything. It's gonna be flat. I just wanted to do colors because I wanted to practice more with colors. And yeah, I gave him really, really skinny, bony arms and a really, really fat stomach. I just wanted him to look as ridiculous as possible. Gray muscle shirt on a non-muscular body. Colored in his head as the eagle from the Muppets. He's blue. He's a pale blue. He's a bald eagle, so he's balding. He's got a big unibrow and angry eyes, and his mouth opens that way. And I ended up coloring the head by hand because the hair made it kind of difficult to use the lasso tool. I say the lasso tool, I'm actually using the magic wand tool to do it because I'm lazy and I didn't want to use the lasso tool, and I was getting in there, and now I'm coloring the gun. In order to make the gun a little bit more interesting looking, I decided to do multiple shades of gray, even though in most cases guns are kind of all the same color. I just wanted to add some dimensionality to it, and that's a quick and easy way to add dimensionality, is to use monochrome in different shades of gray. And yep, added on the stars very quickly just to kind of evoke what I'm trying to do. Did not color them in because I ran out of time. I also think this looks really funny with the non-colored in stars that are really shitty. I really wanted the stars on the flag before I was done, so I just quickly did it. Oh, man. I don't know how I feel about this piece. I kind of like the message I was trying to send, but I didn't finish. I distinctly remember wanting to add Cheeto stains to that shirt, and I was not able to. But with that, that is the end of this episode of the Art Quest. McFlubberpants is over and out of this hizzy.